So ever since Mo Bamba ended up getting hurt and is going to miss the rest of the season, hopefully he returns for the playoffs. We will see. Lakers got to get to the playoffs first, right? But ever since Mo got hurt, it really has made us small in the front court. Anthony Davis being our sole, real true big man. And then we operate Winning Gabriel as the backup. And even Darvin Ham has been playing a lot of Winning and AD together. And it's actually had some success. It's actually been really good. Rebounding's improved, everything. But without Mo Bamba, we really need some size. And the Lakers have been, working out Tristan Thompson. They worked out DeMarcus Cousins and Myers Leonard a couple months ago now, and nothing came of that. Darvin Ham kind of was like, yeah, they were good, but I don't think that's the direction we're going. It was kind of like, how bad could their workouts have been? Milwaukee ends up signing Myles Leonard. But recently, the Lakers worked out Tristan Thompson, and they worked out Tony Bradley. Now, we did get reports that Tristan Thompson was in shape, he looked good, and that his workout actually went well. So it's kind of interesting that we got the news that we got today, in which is that the Lakers don't appear to be looking to sign any centers, that they were just doing their due diligence. Now, again, the Lakers could really use some size. Personally, for me, I want a 7-foot veteran guy, right? So I've always wanted Hassan Whiteside, but now he's with Puerto Rico and playing overseas. So I don't see that happening. Dwight Howard, they're not going to bring back Dwight Howard. I see a lot of people that really want Dwight Howard. I don't see it happening. After last season, the disaster it was with him, locker room issues, him fighting on the bench with Anthony Davis, and his play, he's not the same guy he once was. I think the Lakers just want to be done with Dwight Howard. And so you look at what we got, you look at the options, and it's like Nerlens Noel. Okay, yeah, I could go with that. But does he want to come to Lakers after the whole Clutch Sports incident? It kind of really starts to wither down the options that we have. And so now you have Tony Bradley and you have Tristan Thompson. We haven't really heard anything in regards to Tony Bradley and his workout. So did it go well? That's a real concern. Now, Bradley is at least bigger. 6'10", he's got like a 7'4" wingspan, something like that, shot blocking center. So he could be very serviceable, very helpful. But again, it seems like the Lakers aren't really interested in that. Not just that, but the youth, he is a bit of a project that they would have to work on. Do they want that given Mo Bamba, or do they look at it and go like, hey, let's go with the veteran-led guy, a guy that's been to an NBA Finals, a guy that's won an NBA championship, a guy that has the experience. He's still only 32 years old, so he's not like that old. I've seen a lot of comments from people that are like, oh, I don't want the old guy. And it's like, old, he's not 36, not 37, he's 32. Like, that's prime for most players. My only concern with Tristan Thompson is, yes, he's a good rebounder and can be a serviceable defender at times, but he's just really undersized, right? He's just basically another Winning Gabriel, at 6'9". So I kind of want more size. But here's what was actually said. So the Los Angeles Lakers appear to be seeking some front court depth when they worked out free agent centers Tristan Thompson and Tony Bradley on Monday, but that is no longer the case. The Los Angeles Lakers head coach Darvin Ham told reporters that the team has no imminent plans to sign Thompson or Bradley, adding that the Lakers were simply doing their due diligence. This was also said on Monday. Shams of The Athletic in Stadium reported that Thompson was in good shape during his workout. The 32-year-old has not played at all this season and has been working as a basketball analyst for ESPN. So again, you have DeMarcus Cousins, who's gotten a workout. You've gotten Tristan Thompson that's gotten a workout. Got Tony Bradley, who's gotten a workout. Personally, I kind of lean towards DeMarcus Cousins out of these three. That's just me personally. Again, the veteran guy, size, can spread the floor. He's a guy that isn't going to get punked or pushed around. We could really use him for a potential Joker matchup, right? If we end up playing Denver, I think he would be solid. He was also a backup for him, so I'm sure he knows him pretty well. So I kind of lean towards that. I think if anybody was to get signed, it would be Tristan Thompson, just because his relationship with LeBron. Also, LeBron and Tristan Thompson, they were hanging out at Bronny's game. And then you fast forward a couple days and all of a sudden Tristan Thompson gets a workout. I don't think that was by accident. I think that was like, LeBron saying, hey, I'll put in a word for you. I want a big man, period. I just want a backup guy. 10-day contract, whatever. Even if you don't play him, just to have that option, if we're like a blowout or something like that, like that was a problem like we saw in the Pelicans, right? We're up 40, And it's like all is good. And look, the Lakers were just coasting after going up 40, but still, like it would have been nice to have another big man that you could have plugged in that could have sort of helped allowing teams to just run to the basket and score quickly to kind of cut in that lead to where we had to put Anthony Davis back in. Would have been nice to have somebody to where it's like Anthony Davis could have just sat the whole fourth quarter and half of the third quarter, maybe not even had to play the second half at all. That would have been very beneficial, right? And maybe he wouldn't have had to sit out for the Houston Rockets game. Again, that could have been something that was beneficial. But, and then, of course, the Houston Rockets game, we really could have used some size. I think we win that game if we had anybody. Even Tristan Thompson, although he's not a shot blocker, but just like his size and just his physicality, I think would have helped, right? And maybe could have been the difference. But my thing is just get a center. Get somebody big. Bring them in for a 10-day contracts, and there's the rest of the season, and then you can let them go. You don't even have to sign somebody long term. Right? You just give them 10 days, let them ride out to the end of the season, and then there you go. If you don't want to move in with them come playoffs, then fine. Don't move in with them come playoffs. If Mo Bamba comes back, great. I would still like a veteran guy. Like, I would still like DeMarcus Cousins on the roster in place of Mo Bamba just for the playoffs, right? I want Mo Bamba. I'm not saying get rid of Mo. I'm not saying anything like that. I like him. I think he has a lot of potential as a shot-blocking big, defensive big, spread the floor 40% from three. I think that that's very valuable, but I would like that veteran-led guy that understands the ins and outs and has been there, has done that, has been to a finals, has been in playoff runs, that has the physicality, that's not going to get pushed around, that can be a tough guy. Yes, his mental at times can kind of get in his own way, and he can kind of be a little bit of a head case at times. But, I mean, again, try him out for the season, give him 10 days, see how he performs. Maybe it's great. If it's not, you just let him go. It's not the end of the world. Worst case scenario, it's like, oh, okay, well, we brought him in and that's that, right? Hey, we gave you a shot, didn't work out. Sorry, buddy. I like the veteran idea because I can see us having moments where Anthony Davis goes out and we put in Mo Bamba and teams take advantage of that because they're like, well, yeah, he can block shots, but he gets into foul trouble quickly, and he doesn't have the experience, right? So let's go at him and him being a focal point where I don't think you'll get the same type of adjustments by opposing coaches if DeMarcus Cousins is manning the middle. Because they're going to be like, yeah, DeMarcus Cousins, he knows he's been there. He can stretch the floor still. He's a guy that he just wants to play the game of basketball. So let him come in and play the game of basketball, right? Like the argument with Tony Bradley, though, or even like Moses Brown, guys like that, like at least they've played. So it's like, okay, you get some guy that hasn't had much time off, but they still have had time off. So how do they look coming back? How was the workout? Again, we haven't really heard much for Tony Bradley. I would like to see Tony Bradley. Like, I wouldn't hate it. I mean, again, we only need a guy to come in and play 10 minutes a game, right? If that. Most matchups, winning Gabriel will be serviceable, but it would be nice to have that big guy against some of the teams that we play going forward, right? It'd be nice to have somebody that can come in and really kind of, man the middle when AD is out, right? Like, think of teams like Chicago, right? Because they have multiple sizable guys, right? One guy comes out, the other big guy comes in. It'd be nice to have a guy that's 7 foot that can actually bane and cause some trouble with those opposing centers. I don't know. I hope the Lakers bring somebody in. I don't think they're going to. I really don't, because I think if they were going to, they would have already done that. And that's concerning to me. Because like I said, you play a team like Chicago, you have Vu, Nikola Vucevic, and then you have Drummond on their roster. Those are two like legit 7-footer guys that can just rebound and do all kinds of stuff that could just be difficult. It'd be nice to not have to have winning Gabriel guard Andre Drummond and have a Bradley or DeMarcus Cousins, something like that. But I do think if anyone gets signed, it's Tristan Thompson. We'll see. Don't get your hopes up on a center being signed. I think if we would have done it, we would have done it. That the Lakers at least did their due diligence, I guess. At least they're looking just to make sure that there's nobody that, no stone is unturned, I guess. My guess is that they're just seeing, like, does anyone really stand out heavily? It's kind of my guess is why the Lakers are doing this, because it's kind of that thing, like, why why work guys out if you have no intentions of signing them? I think it's just one of those things where it's like, we don't really want to sign anybody. We don't really want to add anybody. But if somebody is really good, then maybe we bring them on. Maybe we give them a shot. If I'm not mistaken, Darvin Ham also said like a week or so ago that they're not really interested in bringing another guy in because this team is like clicking and vibing, and they want to they don't want to add somebody that could disrupt the locker room. DeMarcus Cousins kind of thing. That could be a possibility. That could have been a direct shot at him. I don't know. I just, I'd like them to sign somebody, but again, don't get your hopes up. I wouldn't expect it to happen. But anyway, as always, is a discussion, so I pass the question on to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? Are you disappointed? Is this bad news? Do you wish that they would sign somebody? If so, out of these three, because it's kind of what it's looking like, it's boiling down to these three, which one would you prefer? DeMarcus Cousins, Tristan Thompson, Tony Bradley. However you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it, and I would appreciate you letting me know down in the comment section below.